All right, and Logan, how are you tonight?
I'm doing good.
Where's the freaking mute button?
And Kita, how are we tonight? Oops.
Alrighty then.
All right, and Kita, are you there? How are you doing tonight?
I don't think she hit.
Can you hear me?
I can hear you.
Okay, hi, how's it going? I'm doing good.
Hey, there she is.
Woohoo!
All right, so Jingo, you mentioned it before, so we weren't live at the time. So
Shit.
you want to remind us where we were last week? What happened last week?
We're exploring this ship that came out of a portal from the elemental plane of fire. The room we're in now, we encountered a little dragon-like creature who is just unpredictable and ended up attacking us and meeting a bad end. Then we went into the engine room and met, I don't know what it was, some sort of undead thing.
Where'd she go?
And ended up destroying it as well. And took assessment of the ship and realized that the engines are horked, that the ship isn't going anywhere under its own power right now. We investigated the room to the right on the map, found it to be another loading bay. I believe we opened the door to the north once and we saw a creature in there, and I don't know if it saw us or not, but I think we were getting ready to deal with that.
Yeah, it attacked us. Or whoever was going in the room, wasn't it you?
I don't
And
think
we-
it
and
was
we-
me. It
And
doesn't seem like something I would do.
we saw it. We immediately left, closed the door behind us, which I agree with.
Woo!
All right, and Roberta, your VC mic is hot.
Oh.
So it didn't officially attack you. Doc opened the door, looked at it, and I described the room a little bit and described the critter. I said, "What would you like to do?" And he said, "Close the door." And so you guys left.
Exactly.
So
It was over there banging on the wall or banging on another door trying to get through it or something to that effect, was it not?
correct. Yes, it was banging on the door to the north, and that's the banging you guys have been hearing. And for a while you didn't hear the banging, but it has since renewed.
I don't think it was aware of us before. That's the problem.
I think it is now.
Yeah.
'Cause I think it turned to look at me when I did that.
So one quick note I wanted to mention, just to clarify things. Any of you can do knowledge checks pretty much whenever you want. Typically, if it starts to get out of hand, then we'll worry about it. But for the most part, when you see something, if you don't know what it is, if you're that you can ask, and you can do a knowledge check. That includes the doc. So if you're just looking at something, you can see what information you have about this in your brain pan. Now, Doc himself has a special tool that is, if he uses a move action, he then finds information tapping into that tool as well. So you can actually do both. Just finding information, what do I know about this creature? What do I know about this thing? Is free. It doesn't require an action. And I'll just tell you what you know, what you don't know. So does that make sense?
Indeed.
Well,
all right.
I'll turn to the crew and I will hold up my communicator and say, about 30 minutes ago, I got a message from our superiors at the Midnight Corporation, asking us to. Now, I don't think I still have a copy of that message. Let me look.
It was not that complicated. It was simply that you're going to report to Akaton, the planet of Akaton, and the city of Midnight.
And this was immediate, right?
That's your next. Your job was to deliver the scientists. You did that. So now your next job is to go to Agaton. So
Okay, so what we're doing now isn't technically part of the job.
hello, Ngojio.
Okay. I will let the crew know. Officially,
Welcome, welcome.
anything we do from this point on is on us. We are employees of the Midnight Corporation, and they want us immediately to report to the planet Akaton. I don't know how strict are their policies. If we don't, if we decide to take our time reporting, are they going to have a cow?
So you guys aren't real familiar with the Midnight Corps. All of you, this is your first mission for all of you. So none of you have a whole lot of experience with the Midnight Corps.
Okay.
It is a huge conglomeration, a huge corporation. So there are lots of people involved, lots of red tape, lots of paperwork. It seems to work pretty well, but you have a couple different choices. You could shoot them a message back and say, hey, we want to do this instead. You can just wait and then say, okay, we're going to go. It's really however you want to play it. You don't really know for sure. There hasn't been a whole lot of specific information about what the details are. You just
Now,
know
All right.
most people like getting paid, and so they want
We'll-
the next job as soon as they can.
All right.
I
This
have a
is what I'm
question.
going to respond back then.
I have a
with.
question now before
Go
you
ahead.
respond. Do we have to go through the gap to get there, or are we just a straight shot?
What you mean, go through the void? No, it should be a straight shot. Right now, if you look at the table, there's a little map of our solar system. We are currently near the sun. Akaton is like the fourth planet out.
Okay, so it's just a straight shot. We're just using normal propulsion and that sort of thing.
Yeah, and it's probably going to take several days. I think it's between 1 and 2d6. I don't remember the exact formula on how to determine how many days it takes, but
Well, the reason I'm
it will
asking,
take some time.
the reason I'm asking is because if we were using I thought it was the gap, whatever it is, it's a random thing as far as how long it takes. So we could say, hey, we're coming, and then do what we want to do, and just say, hey, the gap took us longer because it's a random thing. So
You are correct. It's called the drift, and you are absolutely right. If you just fly normal, it is what Jingo said. It's just a straight number. If you use the drift, it could take you. You could get there faster. You could get there a lot longer. It's a totally random thing with the drift. The distance is pretty much irrelevant.
Okay.
Yeah.
So that's my suggestion. Maybe if we want to do some exploring, we'll say, hey, yeah, we're coming. We're going to use the drift, and then get there whenever we want.
Well, this is what I was going to tell them, is that we're currently involved in an emergency situation on the behalf of the scientists that were part of our previous contract.
Right.
And we will comply as soon as we are able to do so.
Right. Okay. I like it.
That's a good idea.
And then I'm going to, add on a link to forward any questions to the scientists on the station, as we did come out here on their behalf, and the Midnight Corporation can negotiate our fee with them for doing what we're doing.
Right.
Therefore, I'm trying to, kind of back toward sanction what we're doing as part of the Midnight Corporation operation.
Right.
And hopefully that'll work. And I'll send that off and say, all right, well, then we're going to take as long as it takes here. Now, there's a potentially hostile creature on the other side of this door.
Right.
I'm going to attempt to negotiate with it because, well, I would rather attempt that than attempt to try to fight it because I'm not exactly in fighting trim.
That's all right. We got you covered, babe.
All right, so we have Amika and we have Carl with us. Don't forget. And so, Amika, do you want to explain Carl to us again while I pull up the pictures?
Pardon me. Excuse me. I got
Oh,
hiccups.
yes.
So Carl is just basically a little tiny walking cat. He speaks, but his language is limited, so his sentences are typically short. And you can often see him just hovering around Amika, typically carrying a lot of her things.
Sweet.
He is about the same size as Beaker.
Correct.
All right, and did you want to use him? So right now, the doc is not using Beaker at all in combat. Did you want to use Carl in combat, or do you?
Yeah, let's go ahead and do that.
Okay. So the way it works is if you look at your abilities, you will see this is presuming you're going to have combat tonight. You may not. Who knows what's going to happen? But if you were, he moves every round, however you want him to move, for free. And then once per round, you can basically give up one of your actions and have him do an action. So whatever you give up, he can do. So for example, you give up your standard action and don't attack, he can attack. If you give up your move action, he can move. Swift action, he can do a swift action. Does that make sense?
Is that because he's like a familiar type of thing versus being his own character solidly?
Correct. He's a companion.
Okay.
So as she levels up, she will then be able to get more feats. So you guys might be familiar with the little empathnid that Roberta's character has. Roberta's character has a lot higher level feats, so it can move and attack on its own for the most part because she's invested more feats in it.
I intend to do the same thing. So as we go up in level, our pets will become more effective at combat roles and in doing things.
That's pretty cool. I'm liking that.
And they do get effective pretty fast. By the time they get into the higher levels, past like 5th, they're doing decent damage, and they have good hit points. Her little spider is level 8, and has close to 100 hit points. So
Wow. That's crazy.
Yeah, you have to give up all your feats to be able to do this. But
considering I have like 17, right? Or 15.
You do get a lot of feats, especially if you're playing a soldier.
Yeah.
All right, so shall we open up this door then and see what all the fuss is about?
come on.
Why don't we do a little prep though?
I'm gonna say anybody want to. I don't really have anything to prep before we go through here.
Well, Orindor will have his pulsecaster pistol at the ready here, and he'll kind of stand maybe to the left of the door there. Can I move myself or not?
You should be able to. I moved me.
Yeah, about say right there, so that I'm like against the wall, but kind of flanking and ready to come in if need be. Well, chances are we're going to need it. So I'm ready to go.
I'm gonna have my staff equipped.
All right, and are you able to move, Carl? You should be able to. All right, and then if you look, open up your main page, Amika, on the front page, there's a little Paizo symbol next to Carl's name. If you click that, that should open up his character sheet. Did that work?
I'm sorry. Yes, it worked.
Perfect. So you can close it and access it that way. You can also right click and minimize it, and it'll make a little gray bubble, and you can move that somewhere and just pop them in the bubble. Or you can bring it down and drop it into your hotkeys. Any way you want to do that for when he actually does his stuff. That way you don't have to keep it open all the time. All right. So who's opening the door?
Doc will.
I can open the door if you'd like.
I will. I'll open it.
We have it's a double door anyway, so
So you pop that one up. Actually, I like the standing at the side idea. And
okay.
that door open.
All right, so
Oh,
I'll put
man, I'm ready to face them head on. Let's do it.
I'll put my hand out and open up the door, the door on the left, and then so Amika's like straight on there, and I'm hiding in the left, and Doc's hiding in the right. See what's
All
going to
right.
happen, and then we can just burst through. And if so, I will move up into the east, northeast.
All right. So Amika, you see, and Verti, and probably even Twitch, sort of from where you are. You guys see that there are carpets all over this floor. Also along the walls and stationed throughout, there are some VR stations, so some virtual reality headsets are scattered throughout. And it looks like there are small tables set up with hookahs.
Ooh, so could be a
And
smoke shop.
as you guys open the door,
Okay, I lied. I'm going to come in and swing around the sill there and move to the left to give everybody a chance to get in. That's cute. Magma Elemental.
He looks all warm and friendly.
and let me clear this.
I don't know about friendly, but he looks warm.
That's right. Everybody give me initiative.
He's just gonna attack us? How rude.
Initiative. Okay, here we go. Come on, baby.
Whoa.
It's all kind of sad. Yeah, we're all kind of
Not
sad.
my best roll.
So the cool thing about companions is that they automatically go in the combat tracker immediately after their owner, master, friend, whatever, the one who's the player itself. So it's pretty cool. Companions is a really cool thing, and Fantasy Grounds did a great job when they converted companions for it.
Cool.
All right, so that means Twitch. He opens the door. You can't really see a whole lot about what's going on in there. You see there's a little bit of haze, tiny bit of smoke in the room. What would you like to do?
To the door.
All right, so as you move up, you see what I described before, and you see this thing up on the north, and it's turned toward you guys, and is looking at you, and it's starting to move toward you guys.
Okay. I gotta check my.
And you have moved 15 feet at this point. And Doc, you're going to be next.
This our movement is our speed, correct, on the main page?
Yes, sir.
Wow, I am slow.
Probably no slower than the rest of us.
Well, I'm pretty small too, so I guess
All right,
it's
I'm
like
gonna shoot him.
So this thing right in front of you is a table.
Jump up on it, shoot
You.
him.
I had them open for a minute so that you guys could see all the way back. So I'll close them again, so you have an idea. So you can still move one more square, but did you want to just crawl up onto the table?
yes.
No, I don't want to crawl up on the table. I might break the darn.
It's a hookah table. They're not going to have their hookahs damaged by shoddy workmanship here.
Hey, just saying, I'm a big guy.
Oh, that's true. All right, I'll let you have it this time.
Okay. All right, I'm gonna fire it.
So this is
Oh,
Twitch, but
are you fucking kidding me?
Yeah, I do not want Twitch on my table. I would never want anything like Twitch on my table.
keep in mind it's like 8 feet from tip of the tail to top of the head.
Oh dear God! Just give me the frickin' table so I can roll it. That's a great way to start out an attack, really.
Who's ready?
All right, give me just a second. I only have the melee out here for some reason. Give me just a second. Oh, I need a percentile first, please. Range critical failures.
Oh,
So you're good. Actually, no, it's above 67. So here you go. I'm going to share this with everybody. If you guys want to drop it down into one of your hotkeys, you can.
Range critical features. Dun, 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 dun. Wow.
All right, so I'm going to say that there are 3 people it could possibly hit, starting with Twitch, the Elemental, and Amika. Actually, from this angle, it could also hit Verity, so there's 4 people. So starting in that order, 3 each. Let's give it a, go ahead and give me a 12-sider, please.
Give you me? What?
Yeah, so
Where's my 12?
starting with Twitch, and then Magma, Amika, and Verity. 12-sider, 3 each.
You want us each to roll 3 12-siders.
No.
No.
Roberta, give me a roll a 12-sider.
Okay, hang on a second, because uno momento. 3.
It's un momento. That was
There we go.
Okay, so the first one was a 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So that is Amika.
Okay, do I do
So
just
go ahead and
one or
roll your
3?
damage on
no, that was it.
onto Amika, please.
Oh, I get what you're
Roll the
saying.
damage onto Amika. Okay, hang on.
So what were you firing?
It was my hail pistol.
All right, so you go to shoot this thing, and it bounces off one of the hookahs, goes flying, and ricochets back through the door and slams into Amika. Doc and Orin, you see this blast of cold come back out and hit Amika.
Oh, that was a 1 in a million shot. All right.
All right, Doc, go for it. Ranged.
I will look
Magical.
back at everybody else and go, for science. And
You're just blinded by silence as the friggin' thing shot past you in the doorway there.
move into the room with my
All right, where is
Okay.
this?
needly
Shit.
pistol at the ready.
This. There it
And
is.
I have a basic inhibitor loaded up that I'm going to attempt to shoot him with.
All right, and just as a minor detail, you would have need to move to the left 1 square first, and then up. You wouldn't be able to go diagonally through the door, through the wall.
Okay, that's
But you got
would
plenty of room, so you're good to go.
that would do 30 feet there. And all right, let me see. Actions. Needler pistol. I am not a very good shot with the needler pistol.
It's all good.
And I fire and miss. And mutter something about needing to practice with this.
Okay.
Works great in the range, but moving targets suck.
Okay. So
So,
I
Verity,
guess
to answer your question, no, it didn't just automatically attack you. You guys ran in and automatically attacked it.
yeah, that's what I was wondering. Like this could be the pilot.
So do we have an advantage because we're going in hot?
Why
No, you just said you're moving first.
Okay.
why are we
Because
just
you weren't.
immediately?
Had you caught it by surprise, then yes, absolutely. Surprise is a great advantage, but in this case, you guys did not.
Okay.
All right, Verity, what
Cool.
would you like to do?
I know it. This like could be the pilot, right? Why are we attacking it? I'm just confused.
So go ahead and
Well,
give
it's
me where's my chart? Here it is. Give me a mysticism check, please.
I have some training in that. Can I apply my vast knowledge to his or not?
No, not at this point, because you guys
Okay.
outside of combat, absolutely. All right, so
Okay.
you would know this thing is an elemental. You recognize it as an elemental. So if it's being controlled by something, then that's who's in charge of it. It would not be a pilot itself. It wouldn't have the capability or intelligence to be a pilot.
But we just immediately attacked it, and
Well, it was also attacking us and being, indicating its ferociousness. And it
I
also
thought
says elemental in the name of it.
For what it's worth, what I tried to attack it with was a non-lethal attack.
All right, Virtue. So what are you gonna do?
Verti's
I
gonna
guess
attack it, I
I'll
think.
go in.
And Roberta, your VC is hot again.
I
I just
shut
need
it
to see the
off.
map more.
All right, so you're in front of that table again, so you can jump on a table or go around it.
How did I not see the thing? Okay, I guess I will go behind.
So I just turned off. I'm gonna turn the tables off again. Do you guys? I'll open them up again, so you guys can see, because they're low. They're low like coffee tables, about
Oh,
2 feet
okay.
up. But they are there. So you're welcome. You can easily step onto them. You don't even need to roll, or go around them. But they do exist.
Cool.
And that's all my movement. I is like holding an action a thing?
Yes, and you just have to give a um, trigger and what the action is, and
Uh,
I reserve the right to change that later.
okay. I guess if the magma elemental like gets within my attack range, I guess I will attack it.
With
The entropic strike.
Ooh.
okay, awesome. And so the reason I said that, by the way, Jingo, if you don't mind, do you have do you own a physical copy of the book, the core rule book?
I do. I do not have it at hand, but I
Oh,
can
okay.
go get it.
I don't know
I
how
also have
familiar.
a PDF copy.
Okay. Yeah, so I don't
And
know how familiar you are with the Fantasy Grounds. I'm pretty good at navigating the Fantasy Grounds version of it as well. Um, and I have the book as well. And by the way, one quick thing, this has nothing to do with anything, but the hard copy book of the Starfinder core rulebook is $60, but I was at Barnes & Noble. They now have a paperback version for $20,
Ooh.
and
uh,
it also has all the errata in it, so it's updated. Anyway, just saying, if any of you guys wanted to pick it up, it's a great alternative having a paperback. But do you mind double checking that for me? If you do,
ac-
just let me know. But because I know Pathfinder, you cannot. I've just always presumed you could hold an action.
all
Um,
right.
Pathfinder, you can only move. You can delay your turn, and I know you can in Starfinder as well. You can delay, and then move yourself within the combat to whenever you want to go again. So if you could double check that for sure, I would appreciate it. But for
Got
now, we're going to keep going with it. All right, go ahead.
let's see it. Oh, I see it listed there, but
All right, so we'll keep going. All right, so if it gets within melee range, you're going to smack it. You said with your entropic strike.
That's what he said, yeah.
Awesome. All right, Oren, you are good. It's your go. So everybody's running past you. You see this cold blast come flying out of the room.
I am moving. I'm going to go 1, 2, and 3. Although it's still showing 5 feet. Anyway, 1, 2 is 15 feet to there on that side of the wall. If you could move me, that'd be cool. And I think there we go. I am 30 feet away.
If you're shooting, you have a -2.
Okay. Okay, yeah. 30 feet because the switch is in the way.
Correct.
Correct? Okay.
Yep.
So -2 and then my fire. Okay, I will go ahead and shoot with my pulse caster pistol.
Even if you weren't a little guy, you would still have a minus to hit.
Oh, that's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about.
Nice.
Critical hit. All right, so go ahead and roll the thing. It says E.
Yep.
Does that mean it's energy critical, or is that a critical?
Yep. And if
Fine.
it has an effect, it says critical effect, none. But you
Okay.
did the double damage, so that's nice. You slam into it with your pulse caster pistol. Electricity,
Right.
all right? So as twitch as you're sliding forward, this blast of electricity goes flying past you, slams into the creature.
Bummer, it won't let me share these. Anyways, I found your answer to your question, Sven.
Alrighty, enlighten us, please.
All right, there are two things you can do. You can delay your turn when you aren't sure what you want to do. You must declare that you're delaying before taking any actions on your turn, including movement. After any creature takes its turn in the initiative order, you can come out of delay and take your turn. This changes your initiative count to the current initiative count for the remainder of the combat. If you used a reaction on your previous turn and then chose to delay, you still regain your reaction at the beginning of your original turn, not when you take your delayed action. You can also ready an action. You can prepare to take an action when a certain trigger occurs by using a standard action. Decide on a standard, a move, or a swift action and a trigger. You can take the action you chose when the trigger happens. This also changes your initiative count to the current initiative for the remainder of the combat. If you use a reaction, it works the same way as the reaction on the delay. If your readied action is purely defensive, such as choosing the total defense action, if a foe shoots at you, it occurs before the event triggered it. If the readied action is not a purely defensive action, such as shooting a foe, if he shoots at you, it takes place immediately after the triggering event. If
Can
you
you
Alright.
read
come to
that whole
your
thing
next,
again, please?
all right.
Yeah.
If the readied action is
You're joking.
defensive, if it is defensive, you get to go first, i.e., I cast, defensive spell X if an enemy comes into the room. You get to go first. If it's offensive, such as I shoot the next guy that comes into the room, he gets to come into the room first, and then you get to shoot him.
Cool. Alright, so we've been playing it right except for moving within the combat, the initiative. Typically that's not going to matter because we change it every round, but cool. So thank you. Appreciate you doing that for me. This thing
No
slides
problem.
up and slams its flaming fist into Twitch.
So what if it can't?
What if it can't what?
Uh, sorry. What if the trigger never happens?
Then you
Then
lose the action.
Yep.
Once it comes back around to your turn, if the trigger never
Oh, okay.
happens. Yeah.
And the only caveat to that is for spellcasters. If you're reading a spell, you burn the spell, whether you cast it or not. The spell slot. All right, so it comes up, it slams its fist into Twitch. Twitch moves out of the way and just sort of glances across him. Still burns a bit, but it is now Amika and Carl's turn. So Amika, what would you like to do?
Okay.
So I'm gonna move up and get on the table.
Mika. No,
Okay,
that's not
and
Mika.
then I have my staff equipped right now, so I'm going to, let's see. Am I directly diagonal across from it?
Yes, you are adjacent to it. Yep.
I'm gonna smack it with my staff.
Mhm. There we go. So I was looking for that.
Man, I am not doing great tonight.
So it's very primate looking, almost like a monkey, but with these bug eyes. Those are not goggles. They are um, faceted eyes like a spider. Or a fly.
Cool. Right.
And she runs up and swings. Whoosh. All right. So that was a move, and so now Carl can move.
Combat, Carl?
So keep in mind, if nothing else, they can also provide flanking bonuses to people. So if he were to get on the other side of it, he would be flanking. All right, so that's 15 feet. Did you want to? He can move through other people's squares. Did you want him to move anymore? I'm not sure what his speed is.
No, I'm good with keeping him there, I guess.
Okay. All right, that is the bottom of the round. Verti, you are up.
Okay. I will move. So I don't block Doc's line of fire.
All right, so that is a table. Did you want to
Oh,
climb on a table?
no. I thought that was a rug. Uh,
10,
I could
So you're
go
plenty
around.
big.
20,
A simple step up, like a
25, 30. You
oversized
could go all the way.
stair.
Yeah, I was gonna say you could go all the way around if you wanted. 25, 30.
Beautiful. Okay, and then I will attack.
All right, so you have flanking, so you get a +2.
Nice.
And I roll a 2.
Could be a miss.
All right. So you are keeping track of your tropic points and all that stuff?
Yeah.
Cool. All right, so go ahead and click next. Doc.
All right. Let's try this again. I will cook up another pharmaceutical cocktail
Ooh.
and attempt to shoot him with it. That time I did.
I'll be right back.
That, and let's see. Trying to get down to the effect here. There you go. He has been inhibited.
Inhibitor.
Yes, and I'm going to take a step back away from him.
All right, and so what do we see?
You just see me load up a little silvery ampoule and shoot him with it. And after I shoot him with it, he kind of gets this little nervous tick, like he's not completely in control of his body, and it makes him a little bit easier to hit.
Nice.
All right, Amika. You also
I'm
have
gonna try-
flanking.
Okay. I'm going to try hitting him again with the staff.
All
How
right,
does
so
Amika have
in the
flanking?
modifier, get +2 because he's flanking with Verti.
Okay. What's the difference again between a single and a full attack?
Your full attack is 2 attacks, but you get a -4 to hit on both.
Okay.
You also can't move on that round that you do that.
All right, so that is a hit.
Nice.
Wouldn't have gotten that without the flanking.
Mm. All right, so you lash out with your battle staff, slam into this thing. Is Carl going to move?
No, Carl's not gonna move. I'm going to. Can I drop my staff though?
You can.
Okay, I'm going to drop my staff.
Are you going to pull or draw any other weapons?
Yeah, I'll use the whatever it's called, the fusion calling or whatever, to draw out my scatter gun.
Okay, so you see Mika drops her battle staff and then holds her hand up, and a shotgun, scattergun, appears in her hand as she grabs it.
That's a cool trick.
All right, so is Carl going to do what we talked about? And run up and grab your staff?
Yes, he is.
All right, so Carl runs forward, grabs his staff, moves back, now holding staff for her. All right, and now it is this critter's thing. So all of a sudden, it sort of swirls goes in a circle, and this magma starts coming from it in this pool of magma spreads out from it.
He inked.
As in on the floor of it? On the floor, it's spreading out?
Correct.
Or like in
Correct.
the
And it
air?
spreads out. Nope, it's on the floor. This lava spreads out at about 3 inches. If you guys get down with a little ruler, it's about 3 inches thick. And it's in its square and every square around it. So, Fertie, Twitch, not Mika, because she is on the table, but the table is starting to burn.
I should be able to.
All right, so or occupy a space at the time of the burst. I need a reflex save from Verti and Twitch, please.
Why
Right.
didn't it show up? I rolled a 20. Why did
5. Perfect. Okay, so both of you saved. So, Verti, you take 5 points of damage and are not subject to the burning condition. And Twitch, you take 3 points damage and are not subject to the burning condition. That was sadly disappointing. It's his big move before he dies, and it's like, did like 3 points of damage.
Still did 5 points of damage. 8 points of damage. We're first level characters. 5 points of damage would be a significant blow to me.
Right.
All right, so Oren, your go. So you see this lava all around it as this, and its steam is coming from it and little smoke tendrils.
Okay. Are there? I see like the table behind it right there. Is there something on the table or anything like
Amika,
within? No, I meant behind it, and I see the
There's
little
a
pink thing on
hookah.
the table.
there's a hookah that was knocked off onto the floor, so right now there's nothing on it.
Okay, okay. Let's see. What I was going to do is, I can't. It's okay. What I was going to do is I want to pick it up and throw it telekinetically at the magma snake in order to distract it even more than what Doc has done. Is that something that I can do? It says the range
Your
is
psychokinetic hand again?
yes. I'm looking to distract it.
Yes,
To
you can try it. So
okay.
give me a mysticism check.
Okay. Come on. And what do you think? What are you thinking there, GM? Yes, I am allowed to do it, right?
Well, you can do anything
Say
within your
again?
powers. Just whether or not
Right.
it's effective is the question.
You're saying it is
Damage.
very effective, correct?
13. Magma.
So I'm pointing my finger at an object and I'm
Defense.
lifting it and moving it right at him, from flanking him, hitting him to distract him even more so than his whatever his
So he got
condition
a
is.
7. So you've got this floating hookah flying around his face with the hose smacking him in the nose and stuff, and he gets a -2.
Nice.
Are you moving?
Let me see something. Okay, let's try 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Right there. That's what I'm going to move. As I'm holding my hands up, like I know what I'm doing. Perfect.
All right, hit next. Twitch.
Me? Right there.
Am I able to take a step back without an attack or no?
It's a guarded
No.
step.
You would get a, well, yeah, you can do a 5-foot guarded step, correct?
Okay. So I'm going to do that before I fire my weapon.
So spells. Cost.
And actually, because I applied the damage to you directly, it wasn't coded, the monster wasn't coded right. You actually didn't take any damage because you're all about to fire. So you have 5 fire resistance and you took 5 points of damage fire. So you didn't take it.
That's kind of what I thought. I said I probably didn't get any, but I don't think you heard that part.
No, I'm sorry. So you are correct. Anyway, so you move back and shoot.
Critical.
Boom, look at that.
Nice shot.
Her character is resistant to fire?
Correct.
Oh yeah, yeah. I live in a hot.
Sweet. Sweet.
All right, so it is bleeding. There's a little oozing magma as you slam into it with your Sub-Zero pistol again. All right, top of the next round. It is Doc. This thing is not looking very good.
Can we tell it's on its last leg or look pretty robust still?
Yep, it is on its last leg.
Sweet.
It's last blizzard.
All right, it is your turn, Doc. What would you like to do?
I'm looking at my options here. I cannot affect him with another one right now. So what I can do is,
Now you can't use a minor inhibitor, but a basic inhibitor, but you could do a pharmaceutical.
no, I'm not sure. I think let's see. Okay. I'm not sure. I thought I could only have somebody under one hack at a time, but what I can do is this. Looks like Verdi is up there fighting it, as is Amica. I'm going to Amika, I'm sorry. I'm going to shoot without missing and without doing any damage and hit Amika with a basic booster that makes her start moving just ever so slightly faster, making her just a little bit harder to hit. And that'll be my turn.
Nice. So Red Bull shot.
Exactly.
Orin.
Okay, I'm using my pulse caster pistol directly 10 feet away. Here we go. And so it's a hit.
That is a hit.
Yay.
Nice.
Mr.
Oh, dead.
GM,
Oh,
so my VC keeps closing out on me, so I'm not going to try reopening it. This is the third time it's closed out on me.
Okay, no worries. All right, so you also notice that the lava it excreted is hardened and cooled off. So it is safe to walk on. It's warm, but it's safe to walk on.
Is that what all that red slashes are on the picture here?
Correct.
Okay, cool.
So you guys are out of combat.
Doc you said there were hookahs on all the tables. Doc's going to pick up one of the hookahs and examine it and smell. I imagine it's some sort of tobacco blend or something like that.
We'll call it a spliff.
I'm holding.
So there's a variety of mild intoxicants that you find in little shelves
Chris,
as you guys search the room.
Close the door, please.
There's also, like I said, there's the VR headsets that are attached, hardwired into the walls. And you think that these intoxicants, they are one bulk worth. And with your knowledge, you're guessing it'd be worth about 200 credits.
I might have a potential other. I have the ability to craft serums, and so I might be able to craft things for my needler gun from these pharmaceuticals. And so we'll set those aside. I'm looking around this room and judging by the last room and the way it was decorated and the way this one is, ladies and gentlemen, I'm pretty sure that this is not a warship. This is somebody's party barge.
Aha.
All right, so they are in the party sheet. Who would like to? So, Doc, are you going to take the intoxicants?
Yeah, we'll gather them up and I'll hold up one little baggie of purple dust and say, this is a rarity. Plutonian Nyborg.
Ooh. And you're distributing it to all of the party, right?
Yeah, we'll do that.
I'm gonna have to pass. My training strictly keeps me from any sorts of drugs or anything like that.
Doc doesn't partake himself, but he doesn't have a problem watching other people do it.
There you go.
Thank you.
I did a little dabbling in college, so them highfalutin students there at the good colleges.
So as you guys are continuing looking around the room, you do notice that the two sets of doors, have some burn marks on them, and it looks like they've focused a lot on the set that it was in front of. So this one, but there are also
There are 1, 2, 3, 4,
let
5,
me
6,
unlock
7.
the tokens.
There are 7 doors in this thing, including the moment.
Yeah.
8.
2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yes,
Let's
there are lots of exits.
I suggest we do this methodically. Do we start either on the right or left hand side from the entrance and go around the doors one at a time?
Yes.
Yeah.
Right
Do
or
we wanna-
left? Yes.
Let's start on the right. We'll start with these over here. Everybody get in position. Do we want to stop and take
A 5-minute
a
rest or something?
short rest? Yes.
That would be nice.
Let's
Sure.
see. I have some damage, so is
I do
anybody a
too, and I
healer?
would I kind of am.
Okay.
I can give me a moment here.
Yeah, I'm not seeing anything that would help us amending is technological.
I can treat deadly wounds, but that's only actual hit points of damage. I think none of us. Oh, actually, somebody did take. Orindor did take a
I am
wound.
definitely damaged. I'm down by half.
The only damage I took was from Twitch. So
Sorry.
It's all them reflective surfaces in the hookah room.
Yeah, that's what it was.
So yeah, if we can, that would be cool. I've got half of my hit points left. Otherwise, we will.
I would be okay for taking a short rest. That way I can recover the stamina points I lost.
All right, so everybody's taking a 10-minute rest as you guys are looking around the room anyway. There we go. So on your main page, those of you who want to can click on the middle button, the blue button on the bottom right that says Stam.
All right. I'm looking into treat deadly wounds, which takes a minute to do. I'm looking to see what my DC is. It's depending on the equipment I have.
Yeah, Orindor is the only one who's down. He's down 1.
Yeah.
Meaning what? I have 7
All right.
hit points total.
Let me look under.
Correct. You have 6 stamina
items.
and 7 hit points.
Okay, because I up my my fatigue by doing the stamina. So I only have 1 then. We don't have to do anything right now.
Hold on, I'm looking up what I can do because I'm pretty sure I can get you that 1 hit point back.
But only if it's not a major cost. I can just throw some dirt on it and rub it in, and it'll be fine.
So you could, but you can only do that once in a 24-hour period.
Yeah, no, I'm gonna suggest let's not do that. I'm fine.
I mean, once per person, by the way. So if you did it on him, you could probably get the 1 back, but you wouldn't be able to do it again. Actually, you only get 1 back anyway, because it's only 1 hit point per level. So that would be fine.
Right, but then he couldn't fix me anymore for the day.
Right, but like I said, he can only
All
fix
right.
you for 1 hit point right now anyway.
For the basic
see.
med kit, which my custom micro lab counts as a basic med kit, I need to make a DC 25 medicine check. If I do, I can heal 1 point of damage. Here's the try, and this only takes a minute to do. Nope. Sorry, it was worth a try, but I was unable to
Yep.
heal your 1 point.
Cool.
No,
It's
so you
just
take
part
a
of your,
quick
just your
minute
standard stuff.
to do that, and it doesn't work, but you realize you could later on, if you wanted to ever do it, you could take 20 minutes and take a 20 on that, which would be a 29. So just keep that in mind if you ever want to.
So are we
Okay.
back to opening doors?
Yep, so 10 minutes passed, and everybody's at the door. Amika, give me a perception check, please.
Okay, before I do that, I would like to state that during the 10-minute rest, I switched from my staff to my hunting rifle.
Okay.
To your what?
To my hunting rifle.
Oh, okay. Cool.
And you said perception check, right?
Correct. And you see as she's eating and storing things and moving things around, her tail is prehensile, and she uses it as well, and it has a blade on it actually.
Sweet.
It's like having a third arm. I use it quite often, actually.
Cool.
All right, so you guys are now rested and ready to go, or are you going to stay back there when they open the door, or are you moving before they open the door?
Talking about me, Orndor?
Oh, and Verti, are you guys going to move at all?
Oh, yeah.
I will.
Which
I
door
will,
is being opened? The
the
one
one
by
near
Doc?
Doc.
The,
Yep.
the one down.
I'll stand right behind Doc with my my pistol ready.
Sven, I have to be AFK for about 1 minute. I'll be right back.
All right. Okay, so what's up with their name?
Yeah, I saw that too. Also, I'm so sorry. Kiko just walked across the keyboard. That was not on purpose.
That's funny. Her brother's in here being an obstinate pain in the butt on my lap.
Well, she's in heat right now, so she won't leave me alone.
All right, so go ahead and click on the door if you're going to open it. Are you going to open them both at the same time?
Yeah, I'll open one.
All right, so you guys open the doors.
If Doc's not going to move, I can switch places with him and go in with Amika.
Now he opens the door. So as
Okay.
you go in, you see that there's really there's decorated in brass and steel, basalt. There's metal lounge chairs, some low metal tables. The walls and the ceiling are polished metal, and there's tiny red and white tiles that form elegant trees, little leaves, um, and the leaves again are flames. 3 recessed ceramic tubs are on the floor. They're empty.
Ceramic tubs, as in like a bath type of thing.
Correct,
Ro-
like
Roman-
pool or
Ro-
bath or
Roman
something.
bath.
Yep.
Okay.
I was gonna say, it reminds me more of like a hot tub room.
Yeah, if
or
you look at
something like that.
Right.
if you move up, you'll be able to see what they're talking about.
That's pretty cool, like a jacuzzi area.
Sweet. And this has
All right,
no
and
doors off of it.
Verti and Twitch, are you guys going in?
Is it hot in this room?
Well, you said they were empty, so the pools are empty, right? They just had water, but they don't.
Correct. The tubs are empty. it is not any hotter than it was in the room we left, and I did not hear what you said, Twitch.
I just said I'm hanging by the door.
All right, and Verti, are you going in?
I mean, I peeked in, but I'm also just hanging out.
All right, so as you guys are looking around the room, all of a sudden you hear a click. And the little flames along the walls and the ceiling become roaring jets of burning gas.
Holy shit!
What
And the
heck?
tubs begin filling with water.
No, that's a hot tub.
And where are these jets of fire coming from?
From the walls and the ceiling.
Everywhere?
Correct.
They're not being offensive. They're just beginning to heat up the room.
Oh no, they're definitely being offensive. These are not
I was gonna
functioning
This
properly.
sounds like we're being attacked.
Doc is running for the door.
All right, so I need DC 12 reflex saves from the three of you, please.
Okay.
Oh, Lord.
Reflex save. Okay, we go in.
Oh,
Yes.
Oh, no.
All right, so Doc, you're looking around and you
and I'm like,
trip
I got you
and
covered,
so
Doc.
glad we're not in there.
foot goes into one of the tub and you realize the water is scalding hot.
I think that Magnum monster may have been there for a reason.
Cat, really?
Okay, so
All right, so we're going to start with Doc. You take 3 points damage.
Wow.
Orin saved. So he takes 3 points of damage. And Amika, you also saved, so you also take 3 points of damage.
I find that kind of funny because I'm also like extremely tall, so I must have really had to pull some maneuvers to dodge all that.
Exactly. So you guys are, Doc, you said you're getting out of the room.
Yeah.
yeah, I think
Orin, what is
We're
your
still
intent?
we have bolting out of the room.
All right, and Amika, what is your intent?
So 1 second.
Don't you have heat resistance or something?
That's Twitch.
I'm stepping out of the
Oh.
I'm stepping out
No,
of
I
the
don't have
doorway
heat
so they
resistance. I
can
have
roll
poison
in.
resistance. Is that the whole room that we saw, by the way?
Yeah, there's no doors and nothing.
I'm just gonna get out of the room. There's no point in being in there, in my opinion.
All right, so you're all able to get out, especially Amika's hopping over the chairs. You guys are able to leave.
6 foot.
Go ahead and give me anybody who is able to, who's trained in engineering. Give me a DC 16 engineering check, or mysticism. If you're trained in mysticism, also DC 16.
Now you tell
How do
me.
you tell if you're trained in something again?
If you
I'll
have,
have
any,
at least
if you
one
have any
rank
ranks.
in it.
Yep.
In the ranks, it'll say.
I'm sorry, I didn't hear any. You guys were talking over.
If you have any ranks in it.
On the skills page.
Okay, so it says I'm untrained.
Yeah, so that was a no. You were not trained.
I have ranks in it.
No, you
Oh,
have a bonus with it, but that doesn't necessarily mean you have ranks with it.
Yeah, the ranks are on the
So-
left there.
So
Are you talking about the 2 check mark things?
no.
No.
So if you look at your intimidation, underneath where it says ranks, there's a 1 in it. Engineering, it's a class
Oh,
skill, but you haven't actually finished your training in that, so
I
you haven't
see.
taken
I
any
see
ranks
now.
in it.
Okay, I see now.
And if it's red on the right, normally you aren't able to roll on that.
Okay, thank you.
All right, cool. So somebody did it, Oren. All right, so Oren, like I said, this is not what it was intended for. It looked like it's malfunctioning. Again, remind you guys, this whole place has been glitching. The engines are severely damaged, and the lights are flickering here and there and stuff. So, and Doc, you can go ahead and move yourself out. There's a
Oh, salty.
so you
Won't
don't.
let me move myself out because everybody's in front of the door.
Okay, so like I said, this system does not look like it was not a trap. Is what I'm saying. It was not
Right.
designed to do this. Um, it was designed to shoot flames, but not to that extent and not like that.
For sure.
That makes sense.
All right, so now that you guys are singed a little bit, you got little tufts, you go putting out the fires, and putting whatever mascara back your eyebrows again. What would you like to do?
Now that
Oh,
we've had adventures in extreme tanning, let's move around to the next set of doors. This time,
sounds like a plan.
perhaps we don't all just go rushing in. That was foolish on my part to do that.
Orindor will be at the ready there at the bottom door there. His pistol thing. Sorry, his pulse caster.
We'll pop a
Combination of-
door.
All right, open door. It says open. Okay, open. What am I seeing here?
All right, so you see Doc's eyes grow little hearts as you look in this room. This room is a blend of an engineering bay and a science lab. It's filled with
Ooh.
workbenches.
Ooh.
There's a bunch of tools and different view screens. Cabinets and lockers are all over the walls. There's 2 clear domes that let you see up into the stars. And way on the other end, I know you guys can't see it yet, but there's this long, clear-sided structure with 2 linked square chambers. One is full of liquid, the other one is empty. And then there's a workbench that's
Well,
up there as well.
oh, hell yeah! Orindor is going into this thing, taking a look around. He likes technology.
Doc will
That's
as
right.
well. So
Technomancer.
hey, this is more our speed.
Exactly. So we'll start looking around, see what do I see? Anything of interest for?
All right, so if you have engineering or life science, give me a roll in the tower, please.
Take us to damage. Okay.
All right, and what was your question, Oren?
I'm just, if there's anything around that are, I'm looking. I always look for little tchotchkes, little technological things that are of interest that I might be able to utilize to fix things or apply to, um, weapons or functions for general technological advancements. So I'm looking for, things, batteries and cool little gadgets and gears and uh, circuit boards, anything like that. Gems, gold, that's all cool too.
Doc is kind of intrigued with the tank of silvery liquid. What do you suppose that stuff is? Do you think it's like liquid adamantium that you could
Ooh.
and then the doc will stop and he will put a hand on Orange's chest and say, do step back. I think that's an assembly ooze.
Ooh. All right. Stepping back a little bit.
It
So,
likes to devour inorganic things and change them into other inorganic things. Yes.
so an assembly
Um,
ooze, you guys
Inorganic
all know
things.
what these are. They are created gel creature things, oozes, that are, in this particular case, for example, is in this case. And what you do is you take stuff, jam it in one end, and it converts it into a particular thing. So look, if you look at this example, it makes helmets. So whatever you put into it, it then
Andrew,
spews out helmets. Um,
Are you controlling what it spews out?
yes,
supposedly,
they are
but they're hard
programmed.
to,
Is that
and
something that I could
they're,
put in like a
dan-
small
they're,
container or
dan-
something like that?
they're dangerous because they're hard to control and unpredictable.
Okay.
No, this is um, the tank itself is about 5 foot square.
Okay. So it's not something I can like get some sort of flask or thing and put some into it.
No, it wouldn't work.
Okay.
It would be too small anyway.
Okay.
It's like I said, it's all programmed with it's between it mostly technological being.
Think of it as nanites. It's a bunch of nanites, really, is what it is.
But my eyebrows are wiggling up and down when I'm looking at it.
So if
All
you
right,
wanted to, you
fine.
could jam something into it and then see what it spits out.
I highly don't recommend that we mess with this thing.
All right, fine. Dejectedly, Orin turns around and looks for other things. Anything exciting and anything?
Wants to just get out of the lab at this point.
Okay.
Look, that's dangerous. Probably not deadly, but we are fragile, and I don't know what else is there to be had. I'm sure there's something in that lab that's of value, but I don't know. It's up to you guys if you think we really want to take that risk.
Okay.
And Orin, you do see that there's a couple objects on the table next to where the ooze is. Looks
Right.
like there were a couple things that it had made sitting next to it.
Okay.
One looks like some sort of armor upgrade, and and then
upgrade.
scattered throughout the room, there's things like crowbars and chemilizer, laser drill, data pads, stuff like that.
Okay. Are they small enough where I could like throw them in my backpack type of thing? Gathering a couple things as I go out.
From where you were, yes, you would not be able to get all of them, but let me.
Right. I was over in this general area there.
All right, so give me a percentile.
Percentile. You want it in
just
the
on this?
yeah.
Yeah, just in the chat. Just on this first table here, there's a data pad. So there's the data pad, and it looks like everything else is on the other tables and in the other workstations and up by the ooze. So you can, let me throw the data pad in the party sheet.
Okay. Cool. Awesome.
And you see that it is
It's a level 2.
it's empty. There's nothing on it.
All right, I'll take it.
It's been reset to factory settings. So Orange can take it.
Yep. Is there 3 of them or none? There's just the one.
You see some scattered throughout the room, but
Cool.
on this one table, there's only the one.
Right. Head out. Try some other stuff. They have a workstation, high-level workstation right next to a sauna, which does not have doors leading out to the locker room. So that's interesting.
Okay.
All right, so what you guys
So
gonna do
we
now?
got one door there, and we got one door there.
Did anybody else
So what do you
Verti
think? The single
or
door first?
I think so. Yeah.
Amika
Let's
or
pop it.
Twitch?
Ooh.
Did you guys want to go into
Okay,
the lab at
behind
all?
you with my
All right.
Amika stepping up, doing the
Hold
the
on a second,
deed.
guys. Hold on. Twitch, you're going into the lab? Are you looking for anything in particular? Oh, yeah, I've been talking because I'm pressing the wrong one. So Amika and Twitch and Verity Twitch is in the lab, but did any of you guys want to go into the lab? And Twitch, were you looking for anything in particular?
No, I wasn't looking. And I just came back out of the room.
This is also a lab
Moving.
as well.
No, I'm finishing up the last room, you guys, before we go into here.
All right, got it.
I don't need to go in. No, I'm good.
All right, and Verti, were you staying out of the lab as well?
Yeah, I mean, considering what happened in the hot tub room, I'm not too keen on going in rooms.
All right, so Amika and Carl head into the next room. So this room stretches out in front of you as well, as you guys are sort of all leaning in to take a look. All right, so again, there's...
I can't move because you have our token.
Correct. I had them locked because everybody was running around and I was trying to regain some control. They are now unlocked again, so you can move. There we go. So this ceiling also has 2 almond domes, but unlike the last one where they led out into space, where you could see it, you have slowly shifting holographic frescoes of warriors fighting. Okay, if you can run up there, then hold on. Stop.
I wasn't trying to move it. My mouse was just not letting me on click. So I didn't want to move.
You see there's frescoes of warriors fighting in gleaming power armor. They're Freet warriors, which is a race. And I'll show you a picture in a second. There's walls that are holding shallow alcoves with charging hookups. And the other one has these lockers that are clear, holding variety of armaments, different weapons. And up along the front are these 2 airlocks. And that's where Amika is.
Orindor is very interested in going in, checking out the weapons. His basic melee weapon proficiency, light armor proficiency, and small arms proficiency. So this is kind of exciting for him as well.
All right, so tokens are unlocked. You can move around as you want.
Are these the lockers over there on the east side? Or are they just? Is where the weapons are over here, or the other side?
Yes,
The other
that
side.
side has the weapons.
Okay. Is there anything that's? We can check and see if they're unlocked. Let's see.
So they are locked.
Okay.
And there's a message that appears when you try to open it. There's a little message that shows up in what you guys now recognize as Ignan.
Okay.
So hold on. Twitch, Doc, Verti, are you guys going in?
Yeah. Yeah, give me a minute.
Yes.
And Amika, what are you doing?
Actually, won't let me move in right now.
I'm just gonna stand there and be at the ready, I guess. I'm not really an exploring type of person. I'm more of a glorified bodyguard.
Glorified.
All right, so it says here that the All right, so the one you're in front of, Orin,
Yes.
has a pistol, a rifle, and some other type of gun. It looks like a big handgun.
Okay. I'm more than willing to take a few moments to see if I can open it. I have high sleight of hand dexterity ability, as well as high engineering and whatever other things I have high.
All right, so go ahead and give me a engineering check or computers.
Okay, engineering or computers.
All right, and so while he's doing
Need
that,
help?
Doc, what are you doing?
I'm going to aid him on his engineering.
All right, so go ahead and roll your engineering. Twitch, what are you doing? All right, so you're guarding everybody else. Verti, what are you doing?
So everyone's just in the room. I just wait, I guess, unless someone says something like to come in.
All right, so with an 18, you're not anywhere closer to getting this thing open. You do realize that this is thick, transparent aluminum. That's what the lockers are made of. Doc, the one you're standing in front of, or the one that is to your right, has 3 batteries, a bunch of bullets, a couple different types of bullets. Look like boxes of rounds.
I've got an engineering specialty toolkit. I'm throwing everything at this stuff. I want to get in here.
So if you don't have an engineering toolkit, you get a minus to your engineering checks.
I have one.
That's what I'm saying. The toolkit allows you to make these checks at normal.
Oh, okay. Okay.
And
I have
Twitch,
sleight of hand, engineering, and computer. So if I'm unsuccessful at one or cannot
appreciate
do
it,
the
Dan. Thank you.
20-minute thing, then I will move on to the next one and see if I can get something open.
So Dan Dazzle says he is enjoying the stream. He's been lurking off and on throughout the night. So if you guys don't know anything, don't know who Dan Dazzle is, it's Dan_Dazzle. He streams several different games. It's lots of fun. He interacts well with his viewers, so you should check him out. Follow him on Twitch. He's a great guy. So speaking of Twitch, you see the one next to Orin has a tactical dueling sword and a couple of salt hammers in it.
Nice.
And Amika,
Assault hammers.
you see that the top one has a suit of black armor in it.
Okay. Does it like look like special armor or something?
It's black. It's awesome. I
So
need
you
it.
know that this is
Let's get it.
it's a
I'm a technomancer. This is fucking up my alley. This is exactly what I want.
so this is
I am in my head going, oh, come on, open these things.
so Amika, you recognize this as black. The color is black, but it's basic iridishell armor and it has the appearance of cooled magma, so it looks really cool. It's heavy armor,
Okay.
level 2.
Nice.
You said it's in that locker that's right next to me.
Correct, just below you.
Now, I was only somewhat paying attention. So far, we've had a hard time opening these, correct?
Yes, so the metal plates locked together form a suit of heavy armor similar to an insect's shell. This particular one looks similar to cooled magma.
Okay, I kind of want to get it. I'm curious how hard it would be to open it. So everyone else rolled an engineering to try and open it. I don't.
I will roll everything I have.
So can I try opening
haven't
it
rolled
with
anything.
brute force? Would that work? Can I shoot it or something?
All right,
Let's
so
look.
Well, it's transparent aluminum, so I wouldn't suggest shooting it.
Crew members aboard this ship. I'm sure there's a key or a pass key to get into these lockers somewhere aboard the ship. Let us keep looking.
All right.
Amika's just gonna shrug her shoulders. I mean, hitting things always seems to work for her. So
you absolutely can try to break in if you want. Pretty much everything has a hardness and hit points. So the way it works is if something has, say, like your pistol, most pistols at level 1 have like a hardness of 5. So if you do 4 points of damage, nothing happens. But if you do 6 points of damage and you go past the hardness threshold and actually do damage to it, so that type of thing is what you would need to do is try to do enough damage to it to get past the threshold. In this particular case, you don't see a way of using strength to pry it open like you would a door, or like he said he's been doing, you can break in electronically using engineering or computers.
well, then I'm no longer interested. I'm sorry, it's above my pay grade.
How about sleight of hand? Can I use my sleight of hand too?
You do not have.
I mean,
Nope, there aren't.
I trained in sleight of hand.
Yes, but that's what you don't have. That's picking pockets and doing magic tricks.
Fine.
So I'll try once with my computers to open the one that's in front of me.
All right, is anybody else trained in computers and want to help?
I am trained in computers.
I am also trained.
There's my assist roll.
All right, here we go. Come on, baby. Come on. Not very much there.
All right, so all you need is a 10. So both of you assist, so you get a +4 in your attempt there. Twitch, go ahead.
Nice. That should be pretty high, right? Is that enough?
It is not.
Okay.
Now, hold on a second. 1, 2, 3. I just need to do a roll real quick. Skill check is perception.
Definitely not enough booze in that.
Bertie, Doc, Orn. Okay. All right, so Amika, as you've been standing guard, that is what happens.
Yeah, 1 second. I don't know where it is
So
though. you're
Doc,
talking
you
about.
were helping Twitch, and I'm working your way back up. You see the arrow?
Yeah, I see it. Okay. Can I say something?
You
No.
can, yes.
Don't tell me no. Okay. So hey guys, I heard a noise from this door up here.
There's a door there.
Up there at the top of the lab.
Correct. Yeah,
okay.
one right up, right in front of me.
Okay, well, I'm standing right there. I'm listening.
I thought it was an airlock. Well, what's on the other side of it?
Hopefully, a decompression chamber, I'd imagine. I hope.
And by the way, Twitch, you were standing right by these power, the charging alcove there's, and you realize that they are for power armor. There's nothing there, but they are that particular where you were can be used to charge power armor. So to answer your question, there's no indication as to what's beyond the door. It's not like there's no sign or anything there.
And it's not clear steel, aluminum like the other ones were.
No, that was just in front of the cases for the
Okay.
in the armory.
Like airlock.
Got it.
So I'm gonna turn around to everyone behind me and just ask, hey, everyone cool if I open this door?
Let's see
No.
what's there.
No, we're not.
Okay.
We don't
Verti,
have any air things.
you gonna do anything?
I mean,
It won't open if there's vacuum on the other side, or at least it shouldn't.
I would assume that if there's noise coming from the other side, that there would be the assumption that there is air on the other side, because if there is no air, then there's no noise.
Unless the creatures could possibly breathe space. Be in space
Like
without.
you
breathing
can't
in.
make noise if there's
Yeah,
no air.
There's no air, like scientifically. Like,
They're banging on the hole, though, if it was outside.
Yeah, that could make
Fine.
noise.
okay, fine. I guess I could ask for clarification. What
Go
kind of
ahead.
noise did I hear?
So it is sounds of like things falling.
That's not helpful at all.
I
It
still
is.
want to open the door.
All right, go ahead.
Do it.
Click the little button that says closed.
I'm hanging on to something.
All right, so give me just a second here. I'm pulling up. You get some pictures. All right, so most of you can see in the room from where you guys are. Well, yeah, most of you except for Verti. So it looks like a very fancy room. There's blackened metal, shimmering crimson banners. There's a huge one-way window taking up half the rooms. Again, you can't see all of this from where you are, but when you get in there, you will. And the clear wall rises up to form a clear dome above. So it basically gives you the idea that you're standing in a balcony in open space. There's a black desk, cabinets, a wrought iron bed frame. There's a carpet on the floor that's black with a crimson sun pattern on it. Again, you can see most of that as you guys will get into the room a little bit more. And it looks like the desk has been rifled through. There's stuff scattered on the floor. And you hear a noise from the left. There's something or someone in there.
Okay, so instead of I was gonna say perfect. Can I just walk in up to the right? That's what I wanted to do.
All right, and this is what you see. And it turns to face you. You are Mika. There we go.
It's non-hostile at all.
That does not look non-hostile.
Well, I've yet to get a picture.
All right.
You never know.
Anybody who is trained in engineering, who is trained in either of the two of you who are there, Mika and Twitch? Are you trained in either of you trained in engineering?
No.
Yes. I am.
All right. So you realize having an airlock door in leading into a stateroom is unusual.
I would say so.
Suppose
heck?
that's all.
I hope it's just a fancy
All
fire
right,
control
and
system.
this is just despite the picture,
I didn't get the picture.
it's a female.
Send me
So
the picture again.
it's that race, and I haven't shared it with you because you can't see it. I'm telling Amika,
Oh, okay, fine.
Yeah.
it's a
Okay.
female, and she's yanking at a drawer as you guys open the door, and she turns to you and with an angry look on her face and starts to attack. Everybody, give me initiative.
I knew it.
Come on.
What the heck?
Yeah.
Ooh, somebody got a 20.
Way to go, Doc.
Doc. Doing good, doing good.
All right, but sadly, or matter of factly, she got a 22. So she runs up, and now everybody can see close enough at least.
Wow.
I did try to move up beforehand.
Oh.
I see here. Is this a female?
It is a female of this species, yes.
Wow.
They sort of, she's somewhat short, sort of looks like a dwarf with fiery hair.
There you go. She's a cutie pie.
Not a fire.
Does
Yes.
she
If
have a
you-
weapon in her hand, or is she just coming at us with anger in her eyes?
Yes, she has a maul, just like in the picture. It's a big hammer.
Okay.
I say we try
She
to
also
take
has
her
a
down
rifle on her
non-lethal.
back and the grenade on her belt,
Ah.
Grenade. Oh man.
which she tosses
Knew it.
just beyond Twitch.
Twitch. Okay.
Can I bat it back
Can I-
into the room?
Yeah, I'm gonna say I
4.
Orindor would like to use his telekinesis to throw it right back into the room.
I don't
And
think
he
you get to
succeeds. And he succeeds.
All right, and she takes her maul and bats it back, and then it explodes.
Ugh.
All right, and so everybody except Carl. Let me just double check something real quick. Oh, there it was. Yes. Okay. So the way grenades work, you throw them at the intersection of a square and it explodes out. This particular one has a 15-foot radius. So she's aiming at the spot right in front of Orindor, who is straddling 2 squares anyway. So it's at that point she hits. Grenades, the armor class for that intersection is 5. So typically, no matter how bad you are, as long as you don't roll a 1, or unless it's beyond your range, you're going to hit. In this particular case, she got an 18. There's plenty of room. I mean, plenty of high enough, and it explodes. So I need everybody to give me a
We just got rated.
reflex.
Sleight of hand. Sleight of hand.
Hey guys, welcome, welcome.
Oh,
The group is getting ready to fight a female of these Azer, the little flaming dwarf. She just threw a
she is
grenade,
cute.
Oh yeah.
and everybody is trying to get out of the way of this grenade.
The most nimble 6'3" monkey person you have ever seen in your life.
All right, so here is the starting with it's going to be easier for me if you guys just tell me whether you've passed or failed. So if it's a DC 11, so did anybody fail DC 11?
I did.
Orindor.
Doc.
Everybody else did well.
Doc. Alright, so the 2 of them take full damage. Everybody else takes half.
Wait, it doesn't matter if I got a nat 20? What?
What kind of damage?
This is a frag grenade, so it was tiny little shrapnel.
So my telekinesis did not override her batting it with her thing.
So Amika, since you got no, it did not. Mamika, since you are beyond the other side of the door, and you rolled a 20, normally it wouldn't matter, but in this particular case, I'll go ahead and let it say that you were able to get out of the way as this thing explodes.
Plus, I'm in front of her.
So, yes, and you have this big giant bug absorbing half of the things for you anyway.
Hey man, just retribution for earlier.
I was gonna say that was just me making up for you getting hit with my ice pistol.
We're even now. It's okay.
2.
All right.
Half. Verti. All right, so half damage. Verti, you take 1 damage. Again, sadly, you don't get another entropic point. Sorry. So it looks like Orindor took the worst at 4 damage.
Yep.
All right, so with a big explosion, this shrapnel goes everywhere. Doc, it's your turn.
Okay. Ow. That hurt a lot. Move up to there and say, Let's slow you down a bit. And I will prepare one of my pharmacological specialties for her. I have a penalty to shooting past Amika and Twitch.
So if you shoot from where you are, you would have a -5. If you shoot from where you're going, you can't see her. The door, around the door, and through the 2 people.
All right.
Well, I would say you have a -5 either way.
All
So
right.
if you wanted to lean
In that
forward,
case,
you could try to.
instead, what I'm going to do is have these back. I'm going to shoot Amika with a basic booster
And I appreciate the raid,
for an
guys.
armor
So if you're
class
still hanging
bonus
out,
for 4 rounds.
checking this out, I appreciate you being here. And keep in mind, he's also a dwarf size, maybe 4 feet high, and you've got Twitch, big giant
okay.
creature, and Amika is no small little creature herself. All right, so you shoot. Here it is.
No, I
To
don't need to roll
Amika.
the hit.
Boink.
Well, I my tune too.
Nice. All right, so Amika, you get shot in the butt, but it feels good.
Damn, everybody keeps hitting her.
Okay.
Oh, I'm sorry, Amika.
Okay, since I've already got my hunting rifle equipped, I'm just gonna point it straight down at her face and shoot.
All right, so if you're going to shoot with a ranged weapon at close range, she will get an opportunity attack.
Oh, I don't want to do that. Okay, well, I'm just gonna drop the rifle and call the staff.
Okay. That is a swift action.
Okay, and I'm gonna use the staff to smack her. So you guys see me just immediately drop my rifle as soon as I dodge the grenade. My staff appears suddenly in my hands, and I kind of twist it just slightly, and it breaks apart into 3 parts, and I swing it around and smack her right in the face with it.
Tweet.
And by the way, it's a called fusion, what she's using. It's 120 credits. So if any of you ever want or want to do that yourself, that is something you can buy, possibly even make, depending on if you can find the workbench to do it.
Is it augmentation on a thing, or is it actually something specific?
It's just a weapon fusion, is what it's.
Yeah,
Okay.
An
it's a
item you
weapon
can
fusion.
buy that turns a regular weapon into a magic weapon.
Yep.
Okay.
You can put it on any weapon. Are you going to do a 5-foot step anywhere?
Yeah, 1 second.
And then go ahead and move yourself, and then move Carl if you want him to move. Oren.
I'm just gonna step over to my left here. Kind of everything's being blocked, so this. Do I see? I'm hoping to do a telekinetic move. Is there something easily visible on the young lady here, like a grenade pin that I can just pull out from her belt?
There's a rifle on the floor.
There's a rifle. That's not going to do me any good, though. The rifle's on the floor, you said?
Correct.
Okay,
Amika
then
just dropped her rifle.
Right, but she's way over here, though. All right, okay. All right, I will grab this rifle behind Koshnar or in front of her.
No, it's right in front of her, where Amika was standing a minute ago. She dropped it.
I will cast my psychokinetic hand and propel the rifle right at the young lady there.
Go ahead
So
and roll your mysticism check.
hold on. I gotta target her up, right?
No, you're what you're doing is you're testing to see how well you can control this weapon.
Okay, so mysticism, you said?
Correct.
Come on, come on. Oh, not too bad, not too lucky. Is it high enough or not? How are we?
It is not, so she's able to just to bat it aside and move on with herself.
Just happened to.
So where does that leave my rifle?
It is back where on the ground where it was.
Okay.
All right, Verchi.
Okay. I'm gonna say we probably shouldn't kill her. The hint to we should try to just.
Yeah, I
You
was
trying to
thinking
be,
the same thing, like trying to
trying
talk
to
it
be
down.
diplomatic here?
No, not necessarily diplomatic. I'm saying don't kill her, like non-lethal damage, please.
Okay.
Um, so where's the door? Is it closed? Or what?
The door is directly in front of Twitch.
Okay. It's the can't quite line up with the tiles, so I don't know.
All right, so you charge forward.
Okay.
Excuse me. Step on Twitch as you're running by.
So, I should have moved where above dock was not there. Could I move to above where dock was instead of here? Or
I think you can because you'd have to move into that square first through the door and then
5,
over.
10, 15,
And
20,
that's a
25,
threatened
30.
square. That'll provoke an attack of opportunity.
Yeah, so you had where you are is 25 feet of movement, so you can move one more square to your right. But like you said, she would get an op attack if she chose to do it.
kind of neat. I guess I will stay here then.
All right. Twitch.
And
Oh, I'm sorry.
wait,
Go ahead. I was just trying to get this finished before.
do a regular entropic strike.
Go for it.
If I don't know,
Nice.
is non-lethal
Nice.
damage a thing?
Not with Entropic Strike, no.
Uh,
Now, normally, because that's like a magical effect, if you're using a regular weapon that does lethal damage, you can do non-lethal damage but you have a -4 to hit. Some of your weapons do non-lethal damage anyway,
Mine does.
so you're fine. If you
For
ever
being
wanted to
honest,
do lethal damage with those non-lethal damage weapons, again, it's a -4.
she's only been hit once, or well, twice at this point, so I don't think she's gonna die from that because I think she's stronger than the elemental, and we took a few hits to get the elemental down.
yeah, that's.
All right, so again, you touch her. What are you touching her with? What are you hitting her with?
I mean,
Claws?
yeah.
Okay, so you slice, reach forward and scrape against her, and where your claws dig in, there's pus and blisters, like an extreme allergic reaction, and then it starts turning brown and gray as the cells die immediately around it. All right, Twitch.
All right. Got her target. Okay. All right.
So you have a
That's
-2
dirty. Why do I have a -2?
because you have this big lizard guy in front of you.
I just told him to duck left so I can shoot past. You're still gonna.
Yes, you still get a -2. Sorry.
That is not realistic, but I.
All right, so this is your hail pistol. All right, so the cold blast goes out, hits her, but doesn't actually pierce her armor enough, as both of them are dodging and weaving and moving around. All right, so that is where we are going. Are you gonna move?
No, I'm not gonna.
All right, so that's where we're going to leave it for this week. Thank you guys for playing. Stream, if you guys are still out there, thanks for hanging out with us. If you're watching this on
Thank you.
YouTube, like and subscribe, follow. Come watch us live at 5:30 on Sundays. So I appreciate it, guys. Hopefully you had fun.
You did.
Yeah,
Yeah, I
Pretty
had
good.
fun.
I gotta go like right now. Sorry.
Bye.
Bye.
All right, man.
Bye.
Thanks for playing.
All right, guys. Hopefully it is my intent to not use up so much time on these technical issues, but we're getting better, and I'm going to go ahead and stop the stream.